probably SS2 self. I was wearing. I'm ashamed of saying this, but okay, so I will get these big books, these big Bible story books, and then I'll wear these books clothes, and I'll be like, this is my baby.
Oh no. Oh no.
It was
I'm
that
sorry, your
bad.
parents not take it to a therapist. They're not into it, not normal.
Prayer house. That's when they would have taken me to I did not know.
Hey.
And then I'll hide it in a particular part of the room. I'll design this room and be like, this is my baby's bed.
Oh,
SS2.
no.
SS2.
Really, this girl has something going on.
I really learned to enjoy the phase. Yes, you're working towards your dreams and everything, but enjoy the phase you are. Make memories. Memories are very important.
They are, because sometimes that's all you have left when people are not here. Like at this point in my life, I was telling someone my greatest assets would be my memories. I don't know what life would be like. Like I'd rather die young than lose my memory, living old.
That deep.
Yeah. And you see, look at us acting all.
Adult.
Did you all not have any discovery about boys?
What?
That the life you live,
Those XY chromosomes.
it does not require the validation of a boys.
I discovered boys. I discovered boys. My dear Lord, I discovered boys. Because growing up, I was a crusher. From primary school, I used to be like, this boy is fine. And then I had friends that used to just, how when people are just talking, I'm like, who do you like? Who do you have a crush on?
Yes.
Because my school was like, people had a skill. These boys used to use us and play. And I'm like, this one, you like me 90%. I mean, and I like this one. And lady now gave me, I like you 70. I was like, you now be a 70%. I have 90. What is it that? Because I don't have breast yet. See me in 5 years. And then I discovered that sometimes we misjudge boys.
Yes.
But then boys will
Stain your white.
They are
sting
annoying.
you. And then I had in secondary school, that was when I had my most male friends. So that's when I got to be in the company of boys, and I was like, okay, this is how your mind looks. And I realized they're actually not that different. Although boys are more carefree. But then let's just leave it there that I discovered boys.
I feel like my own boy issue. I don't know. I was quite uptight with guys. I did not used to go around. It's just primary school. It was based on my friends were chipping it into my head that we like these guys like us. Who do you like? I was like, oh,
Primary school.
yes, that's primary 5. Oh, so
Really?
now who is a light skinned boy that I like that does not like some other girl? Oh, you. Yes, I like this boy. I did not actually like him, but I said I liked him because I
You did not really like
peer
him.
pressure.
Yeah.
No, the person I liked told another person that I liked.
You guys don't do that.
How would they know you like them?
If you're supposed to know that,
There's not
all
a
these
funny
signs.
backstory. I was the third wheel back then. It was sad. They
Primary
broke my
school.
heart. I thought she was my best friend,
broke
but she
your
said
heart.
some other person was her best friend.
Child.
Then the guy now told the girl that I liked her. And then I used to always be in their company.
If you guys watch this video, she still holds a grudge. You don't do a girl like that.
And then,
From such a young age.
secondary
That
school,
was-
I was very indifferent about guys, but then I had paddies, I had real male friends that I would hold it down for because they were very chill human beings and they were smart. And then about getting to emotionally connect with guys, I did not. The first person that came along, I said I did not want one who was very persistent, and I said I should use him and be by myself since. I know it was for how many times this guy knew I did not like him, but then I did not make him spend so much money. I just asked him.
What's the definition of so much?
And then what else? The first boy I now finally liked was a new student that came SS1. I did that boy dirty because I did not know how to relate with boys. I used to push him away all the time. And then, funny enough, the guy left. He left school.
You don't chase the bikini.
I did not even have the opportunity to apologize and all that, but then I grew to realize that I had to acknowledge that I did something wrong to somebody, and then I apologized 2 years
Like
later.
2 years
Oh,
later.
found
That's
you.
noble actually. Some people just let it go.
Yeah.
And then there was sort of like closure. After that year, I had along the line related with certain boys, but then they hadn't always been nice to me. Like around boys, I felt like I used to lose myself to get these guys' validations and all that.
Yeah.
And then there was like the peak of it. And then I cried, went into depression, came out stronger. Hallelujah.
Praise God. Okay, you wanted to say something.
Oh yeah. Okay, I feel like I did not do my own, like it's time to do it now.
Okay.
So in secondary school was when I finally did like this entire feelings thing, got to acknowledge. Because up until my SS2, I had already from my mind, like I might see you, I find you attractive, but there will be no push from me or pull if you're pushing. So secondary school I was like, okay, let me. So SS2 summer, I was like, let me give love a chance. And then there was this boy, and he used to text me, talk to me, all that. Funny enough, I did not know. Did you guys have a type then? Because I did not have a type then.
I did.
I just
I
do not like
too.
fair boys. Should I be saying this on YouTube? Is this colorism? I'm sorry if it's colorism.
No, it's
It's
just
just a
personal
preference.
preference. Yeah. So secondary school, I was like, okay, let me give a boy a chance, and then it was nice. I think we're all young, dumb, broke, but yeah, it didn't end so well. But from that point, I realized feelings can be very fleeting, and I realized that a lot of females thrive off attention. There's this thing where when you boy gives you attention, you think you like him.
yeah,
Sister,
exactly.
you don't. Give it time, get to know him, and then if you still have that, like those feelings, make sure it's reciprocated. Don't play yourself,
Bro,
don't play
please
yourself,
don't.
because at that point, okay, was when I decided, okay, I'm going to. I started getting to know, okay, how much I like a person, and then values I should look for in the person I want to be, because mistakes help you learn.
Yeah,
So yes.
exactly.
Then uni, I think I'm still discovering boys, man, because you cannot know these people finish.
Yeah,
Sorry,
sorry,
like
used to be
these
long.
females.
And I'm thinking, is it the same primary school?
And I don't understand
You in your
though.
own. You guys have crush in primary school. Go
I
back.
had
use
in primary school. That's
I'm
like
trying to
when
understand.
I
Because
first
See the same city we
students,
went to this
I
primary
had
school.
a thing for light skinned guys. I don't know. Now that was a phase. It's over. It's I still have sprinkles of it, but then it's over. Cause all the guys I was crushing on at that time, except one person, they're all light skinned, and they were skinny. In my mind, I was like, no, I don't. I don't
Light
like
skin
it.
and skinny.
Yes,
Let's not say anything about body types and color here.
Yeah, so that was like my
Preference.
pref and all. I was dumb.
I think it's me. I'm not part of the video. Well, it hit me when I realized that people were different from my brothers. Because I believe, remember that I was like, okay, I believe with boys, nothing will happen. Then I realized, come, all these boys are not the same type. Some of them don't really have much sense like that. But like, you think you can relate to them like the way you relate to your brothers.
Exactly.
But when you now say, come, these ones are not the same people I live with.
Yeah.
So it just hits you like that.
I feel like it's with like everybody, boys and girls. At some point, you judge the entire universe by people you relate with,
Yeah.
and then when you get to experience people outside, like so everybody's different.
Yeah. Okay, so talking about
Taking notes, so wisdom.
balance. Yeah, so
Jot things down.
striking a balance. I know we are all Christians, so how do you manage to strike a balance between your spiritual life, your academics, and then other things you involve yourself in?
First of all,
Let Debbie go first.
Okay.
Sorry.
I don't think I've found, like, I feel like that balance, if it's a skill, I'm supposed to be 50-50. Some days I'm only 50-50, some days I'm only 60-40. Because you know how some days you're just very, you wake up, you pray, on the way to class you listen to worship song. In class you're thinking, oh, dear God, thank you. This is such a, like, I feel like God is intervening in everything you're doing. And then there's some days that you just wake up, 8 something, and you're like, what? Okay, now
We have
say,
a class by 8 a.m.
do you understand? And you're like, okay, you're rushing. And then there's some days where, and this is that there was this period where I pray for something, I get it, and that period after I get it, I forget who gave me what I have. So I just realized, the balance just becomes self-awareness. Like I begin to know, like the Holy Spirit just lets me know when like I feel guilty when I've not prayed, when I've not. I think you have to do it to a point where it becomes a conscious thing. To a point where it's, if you're not doing it, something in you lets you know that something is off. So that you can always, because it's not always going to be a balanced thing. You have to continually create that balance. And now I think sometimes when I realize, okay, I've gone on a streak, 3 days, no Bible app, no prayer, nothing. My body just tells me, oh yeah, you have to start doing the thing. And then I do it for a while. And at some point too, I'm doing it so well that I will forget that, okay, there was a point where I never used to do it. So every day I continue try to keep that balance going. Some days it's less conscious, some days it's more conscious. So that's how I try. And then I also try to be more involved with people who have stuff like this going on for them. They use, so this person like, oh, I didn't see you on the app today, like you version, you didn't keep your streak, that kind of thing. So even your friends help you with that journey. So that's what I do.
I feel like this thing here, balance. I've not achieved balance, and I don't know if I would ever, but I just hope that if that comes. But then with this spiritual thing, I feel like for me, I don't try to separate my spiritual life from other aspects of my life, because whenever I do that thing, I realize that I treat like spiritual life very sacrosanct. Oh, probably read my Bible and then I'm like a different person all of a sudden. And then when I know that, oh, this is not my spiritual life, this is not like the niche where my spiritual life falls in, I'm a totally different person. So instead I was like, you know what, God, because whenever I think about striving to like keep up with spiritual life, it just ends up being so bad. So I'm like, I can't live this life without God. So God just has to like direct every aspect of my life. Nice. It's not like it has been going all rosy and perfect. Like I used to make a prayer that God, I would always run away from you, but you just be like right there waiting for me. So that's like my relationship with God. It would be like a run away, come back kind of thing. Yeah.
That's nice.
Wow.
Don't be silent.
Okay, for me, I tend to be more intentional about it because you have to put in work for everything to fall into place. Yes, it cannot totally fall into place, but since I discovered that, I got a little more involved of recent. So I just had to share my time. Like when I wake up in the morning, I'll be like, okay, she will do this, we will do that, we will do this. And then what TJ said too, I try not to separate God from any other thing I'm doing. Like every single thing I'm doing, my academics, when I'm doing this, when I'm doing that, I try to involve God in it. So basically, number one thing that has always worked for me is that I know myself. I was having a conversation with someone of recent, and the person was asking me, "You prepare for a professional exam? Why are you still doing YouTube? Why are you posting videos and making videos?" And I'm like, I know myself. If that time I used to do my YouTube videos, I'd haven't done any other thing. I know myself. I can't read 14 hours a day. I know myself. I can't read 14 hours a day. So instead of me to feel useless the other hours of the day, I try to do something productive too. And I'm a person that I don't know if it's same for every other person, but I love to multitask. And then when I multitask and I see that everything is going on well, like everything I did for the day is going on well, I get this fulfillment. So I think basically everybody should know themselves, know how you can basically do this and still be okay. That's just basic thing. Wow, this has been an amazing episode. I feel like it should not even end.
I feel like I'm on a TV show.
Hi, Mom.
I'm like, shout out to my folks.
Okay, thank you so much, guys, for coming on this episode. It's a privilege to have you guys.
Thank you.
And thank you so much, guys, for watching. I believe you've learned 18 or 2 because I've learned a lot. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Please do it to like, share, subscribe, please.
Share,
subscribe to the channel.
Please.
Thank you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Not me. Check. checking the meaning of contemporaries on my dictionary.
So what does it mean?
I know
It's
the
not
meaning
like
now.
opponent.
Exactly.
That's like what a woman will use in prayer.
Oh
Lord of,
true.
oh Lord, that fights
Like
my
contemporaries.
One that knows my contemporaries.